Baxter throws middle. It's picked off.
Hayward against Davis. It's stolen by Green. Here's Kuzma. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Yo, this is Mr. Glass, and welcome to the GLASSHouse.
Still the dopest track for a bunch of nerds you will ever hear.
Man. The best.
I always dance without fail.
Sorry I'm slow on the intro, but here we go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is your boy Vic, aka Mr. Glass, and I got my people with me, bro. I got the V, I got Dizzy, and I got my boy D-Ray, the producer. He's the one behind the theme. Hopefully, you guys are ready to rock, man, because, yo, this is what we do. All right. So today we are going to be talking about Harry Potter. One of the things that D-Ray and Dizzy love the most. I'm not going to lie. Harry Potter is really cool. I didn't get so into it that I'm going to have like a bajillion things to say, like some of the other discussions that we've had. However, Dizzy and D-Ray, y'all are driving the car tonight, so what's going on?
Go ahead.
I would just like to say something, okay? I'm still trying to get into Twitter, right? I went through the reset password because it's been so long, I can't reset my password, and I'm getting this stupid error.
Oh, jeez.
Your password can't be the same as your current password.
Oh.
I'm done.
Yo, she almost wanted to throw her phone, y'all.
This was, I guess, should we call this Dizzy Rage?
This is as close as we're going to get, right?
Rage.
This is Dizzy Rage?
That's a Dizzy Tizzy. It's
a Dizzy Tizzy.
That's perfect.
That needs to go on the t-shirt.
All right, now that I'm done.
Since it's already in the show.
Hilarious.
Hey, before what's going on, El? Before we talk about Harry Potter, there are a couple of articles that I picked out that I wanted us to maybe get some discussion going before we jump into go to Hogwarts. So the first article, I didn't even know that there was a video game Hall of Fame. Did you guys know that?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
I feel like I did. I don't think I've ever given it much thought.
Right. So
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is Castlevania Symphony of the Night in the Video Game Hall of Fame?
I don't know. I have to research that. Yeah.
Because if it's not,
I will consult Professor Google.
Yeah. So let me tell you what is the class of 2022 going into the Video Game Hall of Fame. The Legend of Zelda.
Ocarina of Time.
Ocarina of Time.
Ocarina of Time.
That is a classic.
I love that game.
Miss Pac-Man, which I have to say, why the heck is that in there yet? How is it not in there already?
Yeah.
Sid Meier's Civilization and Dance Dance Revolution. Those are the games going into
Dance Revolution. Really?
Yeah.
I didn't want to brag or nothing, but since you brought up DDR, obviously I'm the world champion at Dance Dance Revolution, man. I'd be breaking it down. I didn't want to brag or nothing.
That would make you like a celebrity.
Yeah, man. I just, I didn't want to brag, but it is what it is.
Every last one of us had the same thought. We just scared to admit.
I was waiting for when I was saying it, man. Like, what? Help me with the joke, man.
If you go back and look at the rewind,
everybody's face at the same.
I never really played a lot of DDR myself. Like, I have zero coordination, right? Zero coordination. Zero situational awareness, and I've got.
I'm not going to go there,
two. And I got these two left feet, right? yeah. Like I'm like this is no surprise to anyone. So like I never played DDR. Like I got really into like Rock Band and Guitar Hero, but DDR was never my thing.
Lena played Miss Pac-Man an hour ago at the office. That is super dope.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's just not fair.
I know, right? What kind of office you got where you can play Pac-Man? Like,
no, she has one. She has an actual. She has an actual little arcade game that we've seen in our meetings.
She has a machine.
Yeah, she has an actual Miss Pac-Man machine.
What? That is super dope.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I used to play Pac-Man, but it was in an Excel spreadsheet. It was one of those things that people made where you could put the video games into Excel, but then it stopped working when the company banned macros.
Oh snap!
I have a confession to make. I've never really played Dance Revolution. Because the neighbors would complain because
earthquake.
See, that is the glass. That is proof that if I underhanded pitch it to you, you will hit it out the park.
It's like, sir,
yes, sir.
Wow. I done heard everything now.
So did anybody Google
Galaga too?
I did Google it. Castlevania Symphony of the Night is in the Video Game Hall of Fame.
Lena's over here popping her collar. That's just not right.
You know what I mean? She just excuse me.
Okay.
All right, so Symphony of the Night is in the Hall of Fame. Definitely deserves to be one.
According to like the top 10 Google search results, I haven't read any of the articles, but a cursory glance.
So, so as we're moving on, before Glass insults my weight again. Speaking of new games this year, so it's May. We're almost halfway through 2022. Do I know, right? Do you guys have any video games that are on your wish list for the rest of the year?
This is kind of a sore topic for me. Like,
I know. We know Titanfall 3. We know.
Well, Titanfall 3. Okay, so Titanfall 3 is just it's like in my prayers, right? But Halo co-op multiplayer still not out.
For me,
wow, was that the Avada Kedavra look? What was that?
That was me, Avada Kedavra. Freaking 343. And then Baldur's Gate 3 was supposed to be out last October.
Yeah, we're not gonna see that till 23. So
damn.
I'm like, I just feel at this point right now, if I start to look forward to a video game, I am dooming it to a delay.
the thing about Baldur's Gate 3 is it's a D&D game, and D&D is very particular about its details.
And it's doing a great job. I'm like neck deep in the beta.
Yeah, so the thing is, I want them to take their time. Because when it actually does come out, I want it to be as close to perfect as they can get it, and kind of realizing its potential. Because I mean, that game's potential is absurd. I mean, you have so many different ways to go into every single fight in the game. Like you could decide to go stealthy, you could decide to go like loud and proud, you could decide to not fight. You could I mean, it's incredible.
I've gone in there with my like tank. I've gone in there with my sneaky stabby. I've done my, you know, really good person playthrough. I've done my I'm an evil shit playthrough. Like I have spent so much time in that beta. I'm ready for the next chapter.
So here are a few games that are coming out this year. You guys stop me if something is interesting.
Okay.
And this is according to GamesRadar.com. Evil Dead, the game.
No, I pass.
Yes.
Wow. You know you want that, Dizzy.
What?
I don't think
The
so.
Evil Dead game. That's based off of the movie.
I feel like, okay, people are going to get really amped up and like excited because they're going to get to play Evil Dead and they're going to get to play Bruce Campbell and everything, but it's also going to be one of those ones that fizzles fast.
Yep.
And it's going to end up on the discount rack really quick.
Mhm.
Okay, so Mario Strikers is a new game for football and soccer for the Nintendo Switch. Now, here's a game that I'm actually interested. I should have asked y'all. No, y'all interested in that? Mario Strikers?
I'm not into soccer.
I guess I kind of know y'all. I was like, I'm not going to bother to ask.
Yeah, I'm pretty on the record about not understanding a lot of sports ball.
Okay. So I'm curious about this game. Have you heard of Redfall?
Yes.
I'm very, very curious. It is a co-op shooter game.
It's a squad, but yeah, squad shooter co-op.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
you play as vampire hunters.
Yeah.
Is that the one you were asking me about last night, Vic?
Nah, I think it was something else. Bloodlines is like a PS5
Someone-
PC game.
Okay.
And it's only going to be on the Xbox Series X and PC.
Yep.
Woot.
So you'll be able to play it on.
And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? It'll be on Game Pass on day one.
So
The best
Well,
deal
yeah.
in gaming.
Yeah, I mean, I'm already paying for Game Pass. I might as well check it out.
It's gonna be pretty. It's gonna be pretty cool. I think
I mean.
we're gonna see more of it June 12th during the Xbox Bethesda game show. So if you guys are wanting to, you know what? When is June 12th? Somebody get me a calendar.
June 12th? Why does
June
that
12th.
June 12th? Why does that
Sunday.
sound familiar? Yeah, that's
That
that
is
is
Sunday.
Sunday.
Okay,
Sunday.
I need
Why
to
does that-
formally request something.
No.
I need this show to do the broadcast on Sunday. So for that week, we don't do it Tuesday. We do it during the broadcast, which would be sometime Sunday afternoon. June 12th.
I'm sure Carla will understand.
No. This is way before her thing.
Okay.
I wouldn't bump her off like that.
As long as it's not the 21st, I can do it.
That's when you're skipping us, aren't you?
I got a rock concert to go to.
She's
I'm excited.
We're
I
gonna
haven't
get
been to
yourself
I haven't been to a concert in years, like since before COVID. So I am ready to go to a concert.
on. Okay,
So-
here's the question then.
All right, go ahead.
Are you gonna mask up when you go to this concert? Or are you gonna say the heck with it?
YOLO.
YOLO!
I don't know. Like Ontario has been so up and down with the mask mandates. Like I'm just like, I don't know. Like I'll probably carry one in my pocket and see what the crowd is like.
Okay.
He looks
Fair
infected.
enough.
I'll
You know
mask
what?
up.
This guy's talking a little too much. I'm gonna slip my mask on.
I mean, like I'm probably gonna take it off during the concert because it's hard to belt rock lyrics when you've got something covering your face.
That is true.
Yeah.
And I
So-
will because I know all the words to all their songs.
I don't know why that reminds me of like an old HIV commercial.
I remind you of
Does
an old HIV
no,
commercial.
no. When somebody said like, does she look infected? Do you
I mean,
look infected? Can you pick the
I
one
know,
out of the
I'm
lineup
kinda-
that has HIV?
I'm kind of pale, but I mean, otherwise,
No, you don't look infected, Dizzy.
No.
I'm glad to hear that.
August
Thank you, Lita.
2022, the Saints Row reboot will be released.
Ooh, Saints
I
Row.
do love Saints Row.
I'm interested in that, but I don't know if I'll buy it. If it's on Game Pass, I play it. though.
No.
Now,
So that's a reboot because for a while ago they released a trailer for the next Saints Row, and I don't think I've seen it yet.
right. This one said that this is the Saints origin story, and you get to shape the story your own way.
What's that game called? I wonder if that's the trailer I watched.
Called Saints Row. Saints Row is the name. Yeah, and it'll be on PS5, PS4, Xbox One, Xbox
Okay.
Series X.
I'm very
Yeah,
intrigued.
that's the trailer that I watched. That's the one I've been waiting for. So yeah, I'm very excited for it. I didn't realize it was coming up.
I just saw a very valid point. You know, we are all certified nerds because there is a computer within arm's reach.
Every one of us.
Every one of us. Saints Row, really?
Yeah.
I'm like, wow.
Dude, like
I'll
you
have
can't-
that for you in 0.5 seconds.
You can't see, but look, I'm in my work office, right? So I've got my monitor in front of me, and then I've got another one over here, and then I've got another one over here, and then I've got my gaming computer, my baby over here, and then over here I've got 2 work laptops, and then I've got my phone and a tablet.
Go eat a Snickers, Al. Eat a Snickers.
Is that Snickers or a different Snickers?
A different Snicker.
Okay.
Oh.
With the veins in it.
Oh.
Hey.
Hey, I just read an article that says that we need to respect Mia Khalifa's rebranding. She is now all about positivity and women's everything.
Mia Khalifa was the one with that big old Snickers in her mouth.
Yes, she was. Yes, she was. That's why I bring her up.
Here's my question to that. Is she going to give any of the residuals back?
Hey, Mom.
So I'm gonna just go down the list of.
All right.
This is the wrong one.
Showing off my shirt.
Okay, Bookham, it's like that.
You know what? That's gonna have to go on a t-shirt too.
Yep.
Agent Bookham. I like it. So let's see what else is coming out. We talked about Redfall. We talked about Saints Row. There's a game called Forspoken.
I want to get a PS5 just so I can play that game, only because I'm a Final Fantasy nerd and it's made by the people who make Final Fantasy. So that's where I'm at with that.
Yeah. So Forspoken, that'll be out in October. And Gotham Knights.
I'm so okay. I need to talk about this for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right. So I am leery of any game that says that it will also come out for the PS4 and the Xbox One. And here's why. Whenever you have a game this long after the cycle has ended, meaning the Xbox One and the PS4, and they decide to extend that game to coming out for all those consoles, that means that the Series X and the PS5 version, as well probably as the PC version, because they're only going to put in so many code hours in, they're not going to rescale it for PCs. It's all going to be downgraded. You're all going to be basically playing an upscale version of the game that comes out on the Xbox One and the PS4. Mm-hmm. So Gotham Knights is the first game to decide we're going to drop the PS4 and the Xbox One as far as our releases. I know it doesn't say it there because I read the same article you did, but this is breaking news as of today. They have dropped the PS4 and the Xbox One releases. They will only be coming out for next-gen consoles and PC. Bravo to whoever makes Gotham Knights. I hope that more games follow suit.
And this is going to be one of the first Gotham games that's going to, they allege Batman is not going to be in it. And it's going to be centered around Red Hood, Nightwing, Robin, and Batgirl.
That's dope.
How much you want to bet Batman shows up somewhere?
Batman will make an appearance probably toward like the end of the game or maybe some DLC or something like that. But you're not going to have the DC license and not put Superman or Batman somewhere in the game.
He's going to be NPC?
Probably.
No.
Somebody you take quests from.
Right. Unless they put him in like a bonus download or something like that.
That's what I'm saying. DLC, like an in-game boss. You got to fight Batman.
So go ahead.
Before you guys advance, this is, I thought, a great question that I had seen. You can live in the Dragon Ball universe, but you have to be one of these characters. TM?
Because I haven't seen Dragon Ball, I need to know who these people are.
Okay. The top left is Tien. The top right is Mr.
Hercule.
Satan. Oh, or Hercules. That's
in America, he's Hercule.
Right, because we ain't have nobody named Mr. Satan on our networks. Now, who's the fake Goku on the bottom left? Yamcha. And my man Krillin. So, me, I'm going to be Krillin. Because you seen his wife? What? My man.
Didn't he marry an android?
Yes,
he sure did. Android 18, and she banging like a benzo.
Wow.
Oh, I feel like Krillin gets his ass handed to him a lot. I mean, you'd have to deal with that.
He do, but
you know what's interesting about Krillin, though?
Back to health. Go ahead.
Krillin is one of the most important characters in the game, or in the series, I should say, I guess. Because what he does is he facilitates Goku's anger. Because whenever he's beaten up or killed, Goku hulks out and becomes way stronger than he would be otherwise. So,
Right.
yeah, I mean, in this scenario, I'm going to be Tien because he's kind of me in a way. He's kind of like the silent, assassin type when it comes to getting down to business. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And the rest of them, Yamcha is so weak that he's never been an important character ever. Krillin, he gets killed too much. I can't. And Hercule,
he is straight.
I just can't stand him. So we just gonna X that out right now.
He's kind of like Dan from Street Fighter.
I know. Like, what are you even doing here, bro? Like, why are you a fake? Oh, I almost cussed. Why are you a fake behind Ken? Like, what is you doing here, bro?
Go somewhere.
So,
But anyway,
this is difficult. So, like, out of the four, like, because there's a difference between picking like your favorite character out of the four and the one that you're willing to live your life as, right?
right.
So, like, out of the four, my favorite is Krillin because he's funny.
Yeah.
All right, he is funny. But on the other hand, if I have to live as one of these, I would probably go as Hercule because I would get to be, first of all, as like he's rich and I get to be like obnoxious and everyone loves him. Like that's for some unknown reason.
Yeah.
So if I gotta be someone, I'll be Hercule. But like out of the four, my favorite is Krillin.
Well, Tien is actually one of the only characters to beat Goku ever. So I'll take Tien because I mean, although it was like 30 years ago when he beat him,
and see, I was able to have that conversation having never watched an actual episode of legitimate Dragon Ball Z. I knew who everyone was and what the foibles were. Thank you, Team 4-Star.
Which one is the dude with the afro and the big mouth?
That's Hercule.
That's Mr. Satan.
I guess that's me.
Yes, me and you can be rich and obnoxious together, D.
Yeah, rich and famous, man. Straight.
That worked.
You know what though? Hercule in the last saga of Dragon Ball Z, which is the Buu saga, he plays an incredibly important role because what he does is he tells the Earthlings to listen to Goku because Goku is actually the guy. And he tells them all this regardless of like, hey, like I know that I said I was that dude, but actually Goku is that dude and you need to help him right now. And that's what they do.
Now, would you say Krillin is the strongest out of all of them? Or
No,
would it be
that would
Tien?
easily be out of all of them. It would easily be Tien,
Okay.
easily by like leaps and bounds.
The baddest weapon Krillin has is Destructo Disc.
Yep.
Yeah, his
And he
Destructo
misses
Disc
every time.
and his ability to get his ass kicked repeatedly.
Tien has that tri-beam, and he like puts his hands together. Yeah, tri-beam, ha! Like that.
See, I can't look at him seriously because I'm a big Avatar: The Last Airbender fan, and I look at him and I think of Sparky Boom Man. Like,
I don't mean to change the subject, but have you guys seen the Avatar 2 trailer yet?
I have not
I know
watched.
Gooch has.
I'm working my way up to it. Okay, I'm trying to I'm working my way.
I have
up
yet to
watch
see it, but
the
I know
trailer.
Gooch has.
Yes,
He's
he
been
has.
talking about it for like 47 years. I mean, that's what it seems like. But
I just saw it last night. I thought it was
47
pretty cool.
was it good?
The effects.
It's you know what? The effects look great, but I mean, after all, how many years has it been?
That's the problem. I think it's just been too long.
Right.
You know what? I think
been a
that's
very
the
long
same
time.
problem that the Matrix 4 had. Is
Oh.
that we
That's
love the
tough,
Matrix. I'm a huge Matrix fan.
Yeah.
But
So
at
am
the
I.
end of the day, you waited too long for the fourth one. Like if
Yeah.
you waited 5 years, okay, 5 years passed, great. All right, new movie. But
I
not
waited
what's
for
it been? Almost 20 years?
What I mean, but not only that, but I mean, the Matrix had a huge opportunity to still be in the marketplace, just like World of Warcraft. But what they decided to do is to end the game and kill all of the characters. So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? That was like, it's almost like killing your fan base. Why would you do that? You know? So I don't know.
Well, what they
There
try to do is reset the family, I guess.
You are
Rockhead token.
100% right. We pretend like, okay, so the Airbender movie is kind of like Vista. We just pretend it never happened.
Wow.
Love your avatar. That's dope.
That is dope. So there is one more game that I wanted to talk about that's going to lead us into our main subject. Release is scheduled to be released, and they just say holiday 2022. So I'm assuming, right, just in time for Christmas. Hogwarts Legacy is the name of the game, and they're saying that it is not a direct adaptation. Thank you, of Harry Potter's books, but you'll get to play as a student coming into Hogwarts in the 1800s, and it'll be, you know, hundreds of years before the main characters are born. And the thing that I'm excited about is it's open world, so you'll be able to explore. So who's excited for that? It's supposed to be on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X. So this is another game that they have now started to cut the PS4 and the Xbox One.
Woo! And I'm excited for that.
Bastards.
Well, I mean, look,
get that money.
The Xbox and the PS5 have been out for 2 years now. I know there's shortages, but there's plenty of consoles at this time, especially Xboxes. It's time to upgrade if you want to stay with it, man. I hate to do it to people, but it's time, right? But anyway, the thing is, Hogwarts. What's up, B?
No, I thought you were gonna go to the next segment. I want to do the Blast Stars of the week.
Oh, nah. Hold on. We'll get with that. Hold on.
Okay.
The thing about Hogwarts Legacy is, I think that the open world thing is a really great idea. The only problem that I have with it is that it should have been co-op, and it's not. And they went out of their way to say that it's a single-player game, which I think, again, see that face, Ed? Yep. Mm-hmm. They're making a mistake, and I think that people in general are making a mistake because there's all this noise about how great of a game Elden Ring was, and it's a single-player game. No, it's not, bruh. Stop with the BS. These games that you call single-player experiences don't do that well. The only games that do well are the games that you could choose to play single-player, or you can play multiplayer.
Exactly.
Because guess what? People like multiplayer.
Yes,
right?
they do.
Like Elden Ring, like I spent 2 hours playing it with Sam today. It's not a single player.
No, it's not.
Should I say this now? Or should I?
Yeah, say
it. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic is being remade and exclusively for the PlayStation 5.
Wow.
I feel snubbed.
That's cold-blooded.
No.
Yeah.
How?
And it's supposed to come out in 2023. So
that's cold.
I gotta get a P5.
I guess I gotta get a P5.
I'm not gonna play it.
I gotta get a P5.
I had a PlayStation 4 and I sold it because I never used it. Like
Hogwarts Legacy and Knights of the Old Republic are reasons. Well, that and God of War Ragnarok reasons for me to get a P5.
Right. So
they're doing another Last of Us?
No, that story ended with Last of Us Part 2.
Right.
Okay. That thing was hot.
But yeah, so that's going to be interesting. So yeah, we'll just keep our eye out if they have a solid date. But seems like it's going to be a lot of exciting games coming out real soon.
So,
all right, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to go into the Blast Artist of the Week. Troy, who is it?
Yes, indeed. We have Nikisha Wright again, and this is another song with a singer named Ja May, and this is called "I'm Free." So let's check it out.
I'm scared already.
You made me scroll through your call log, coming home late with no phone call, feeling like a broken record. No need to try, just skip the line. I won't stand for all your disrespect. Now I gotta put your ass in check. Feel like a knife is pressed against my neck. One false move can't win for losing. You want us to drown, try to breathe, but how? Oxygen not found. Can't trust your mouth to mouth. Peep the selfie, see the quote, feel the love. Read the comments, cause you won't be blocked. I'ma hit the hashtag, I'm free. I'ma hit the hashtag, I'm free. Peep the selfie, see the quote, feel the love. Read the comments, cause you won't be blocked. I'ma hit the hashtag, I'm free. I'ma hit the hashtag, I'm free. I hope that you enjoyed all your fun. You tried to tell me she your one and done. I know you're lying cause you're stuttering. No need to pretend. It's funny how you think you're playing me. Pick up your mouth up off the pavement. No surprises, ain't the same me. You gonna get a dose of reality. It's about time you see you can't mess with me. Let the whole world see no more you and me. Peep the selfie, see the quote, feel the love. Read the comments cause you won't be blocked. I'ma hit the hashtag, I'm free. I'ma hit the hashtag, I'm free. Peep the selfie, see the quote, feel the love. Read the comments cause you won't be blocked. I'ma hit the hashtag, I'm free. I'ma hit the hashtag, I'm free. It's no secret, I didn't let it leak. And now they gonna be all up in your DM. Cat out of the bag, no, you gonna be big mad. Ain't no need to fake, you the first one I tag, yeah, yeah.
Yes, indeed. Nikisha Wright. And that was I'm Free featuring Ja May. And if you are an artist or even a stand-up comedian that's trying to get a little exposure, go to blastmusic247.com and you can join for free and be a part of the family. So again, that's blastmusic247.com. And what did I do, Vic?
Changing the game, one artist at a time.
We'll take game.
That butcher knife really shook you up, huh?
Hey, but look, man, I just want to know, man, like, if y'all was on the radio, man, if y'all were listening to this right now, and you guys don't know why I said I was scared right before we went to the thing, in the opening scene of the music video, y'all, this woman has the largest knife I've ever seen.
Right?
Bro,
That opened it up. I'm like, oh my god, what are we watching?
do not stab your
What
boy.
is about
That's
to
what I'm saying.
happen?
I'm a one-woman kind of man, ladies. I'm just letting you know right now. No controversy with me, all right?
So just before we start on the Harry Potter, my confession is I haven't seen any of the Harry Potters. Now the funny thing is, my black card gets challenged. I didn't see 8th Mile. I haven't watched Color Purple. You know, so my black card gets challenged. So in this case, here's my white card, so I'm going to go ahead and give it up.
Excuse me, sir. I'm gonna have to
carry one of those around.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
dude, give me that card, man.
Now, before we address Troy's white card, and before we hop into Harry Potter, D-Ray, you popped a message in the group chat.
Uh-oh.
And I got a little angry at you.
Uh-oh.
What did I do?
All right, so you were just telling us that it's going to be a PS5 exclusive, right?
Right,
And I'm thinking,
right.
oh, I'm not going to get to play it. Okay, look at the article that you posted where it says a
P5 and
legend
PC.
remade for PS5 and PC.
The article in Games Radar, you could blame them. They didn't have PC. They just said PS5. It's not my fault.
Like, you sent me the article.
I feel like
It ain't my fault. Did I do that?
no,
Did I do that?
I feel like Lando Calrissian. It's not my fault.
Hey guys, like, I mean, I'm gonna buy the PS5 anyway, just because I need to have it for the games that come out exclusively for the PS5. And really, I'm not really a PC gamer so much as I am a console. Look, man, I got a nice 4K TV, bro. I'm trying to watch that. I ain't trying to look at this little bitty ass monitor. Oh, it costs. Man.
It's all good. That's
I knew it was gonna happen.
That's $20 in the
20?
blast in the blast
20?
music wear jar. That's right.
Wait, bro.
Bump on that dollar and that 5. Drop that 20.
Okay, so
Why I gotta be Gooch too though? I don't understand.
Gooch
Troy-
too?
I can't be that bad.
So Troy, what really puzzles me though is, okay, I'm like, you're an adult. Okay, I can understand you may be missing the Harry Potter thing. Like, maybe you had different priorities, whatever. But you have kids. How did you not see Harry Potter with kids?
Well, they're all adults now.
They weren't before.
I guess because it wasn't an option on them to want to see it. I don't know, because I know they haven't seen it.
Harry Potter started when I was in high school.
What year did
So
the first
long
Harry
ago.
Potter start?
I don't know.
2000?
I don't want to look it up.
No, now the movie came out in 2000, so I'm assuming the
Well,
book.
yeah. Well, I read the
say
books.
like 95.
Yeah, I read the books before the movies come out, because I remember there was a huge thing when they finally discovered who was going to be Harry Potter. Like, it was all over all the magazines, because, you know, you've got the kid on the cover of these books, and all of a sudden there's a little baby Daniel Radcliffe, and they're like, he's identical. This is our Harry Potter. Like, I remember there was a big sort of whirligig in the media. So it was so long ago. I remember because I read the first Harry Potter book at the library that was next to my high school.
Wow.
Because I'm old.
Okay, so Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone was 91, 92. And then the change.
I didn't read it when it come out. I just said I read it.
Dude.
Well, I'm just saying, my
I was
kids weren't
5.
even conceived then. As a matter of fact, I wasn't even married then.
I was 5.
See, I was in high school. I started high school in 98.
Jesus.
I started high school in. I gotta be like. I think I started in 99.
What? Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because me and you are close in age. I'm just a little ahead.
Yeah.
I'm just a little bit in the lead.
Yep.
I'm choosing it to look at it as a race that I'm winning.
Troy went to high
99,
school.
2001, something. I don't know.
Troy went to high school with Moses' older brother.
Yeah. Also,
Hey,
he knew
easy.
Gooch back then.
No, Gooch is older than me, so I'm good.
Well, of course, he wrote the dang book. I don't know.
Yeah, he was there when the law was written like Aslan. No, I remember God, you guys, y'all started high school, and I think I was on college try number 2.
Damn.
Oh God. But I really got into Harry Potter. I'm gonna tell you, I got into it late.
Mm-hmm.
And it was one of those times where I think I was unemployed. I had dropped out of school, and it was one of those days that I ain't had really a whole lot to do except go hang out at the bookstore. And I remember there was all of this commotion about Harry Potter because a lot of churches were trying to get it banned here in North Carolina.
Right.
And so because they wanted to get it banned, I was like, you know what? Let me check this book out. Let me see what this is all about.
Yeah, they got a lot of free press out of that.
Right. And lo and behold, I thought it was a well-written book. And it wasn't that it was about, it was about magic and about sorcery and all that other stuff, but it was just really a really good book. And I couldn't imagine why somebody was wanting to get it banned, especially given the fact that Huckleberry Finn and Tom Sawyer's original version were full of other stuff.
Yep.
So I don't know.
Yeah. Other stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
we'll have to tell you that we don't want to get kicked off of YouTube again. So
as a sidebar, real quick, I remember reading Huckleberry Finn in high school and thinking to myself, "Are they allowed to write this? I don't think they should be allowed to write this." They're allowed to write that.
Hold on, y'all. I have to take care of something. Mr. Jackson, I will find out the source and the origin story of that Snickers bar. You have been warned.
Oh boy.
I read books 1 through 3 right before the first movie came out. J.K. Rowling is awesome.
But see,
her books are awesome. I'm not so sold on her.
I was just about to say the exact same thing. J.K. Rowling.
Before we get to that, I have actually, I don't want to say preached, but I actually did a message in church on why you should never give up on your dreams. And her story is really, inspirational in that, here she is in a bookstore. Hold on just a second.
FBI, open up.
Special delivery.
You gotta yell at some kids real quick. He gotta do the Rock real quick. You know how Rock.
You just need the face composure.
Yeah, you remember how Rock was staring down his kids in the Rats episode yesterday when we did the throwback? That's what he was doing right there. He just did it off camera.
Who, me? Would I yell at a kid?
I'm just saying, bro.
So the thing was, it was like, she's there. She's a divorcee. She's a single mom. And, the only thing that's really in her budget is to sit in this cafe and to write this book, right? And so she's writing this book. She's putting it together. She finally gets it together. And not one, not two, but I want to say 6 or 7 publishers turned her down. And here we are some years later, and now she's a billionaire.
They are kicking themselves, man.
The same, that's the same ones that passed on Jordan when he was drafted, the same ones that passed on the Beatles when they were looking for a record deal. They feel the exact same way about passing on Harry Potter because it literally became a phenomenon. Like we have never seen anything like it in the literary world since.
If I'm correct, when Walt Disney was being raised, his teacher said he had no creativity.
Imagine that.
Go figure.
Imagine that.
It's stuff like this. Like when you think about how some people can look at something and just realize, maybe my dream isn't for you, but I'm gonna keep pursuing it. That's kind of like almost, the testament to my whole life, man. Like what I do may not be for this person, who I am might not be for this person, but we're gonna keep it pushing. And that's how you got to be in life, guys. Like if you're listening to this at all, like M said a second ago, J.K. Rowling might not be the greatest person, but her story is amazing.
It's definitely inspirational.
The perseverance that you have to have in life. If you really have a dream and you really about what you say you're about when you're trying to chase something, do not let anyone stop you.
Exactly. Like, do you guys?
Facts.
Are you guys familiar with Rooster Teeth at all?
I'm familiar with it. I don't know all about it though.
All right. So Rooster Teeth started, like, they're sort of like a big media company now, right? Like they've got their own animes. They have little video games. They have like web series. They've been bought by a network. And like they're a huge web presence if you're like sort of a geek and a gamer and you like stupid little videos, especially if you're a Halo fan, because how this huge company started was a bunch of guys in a call center that worked together. We're playing video games one night. They were playing Halo 1 or 2. And they noticed that if they moved the joystick just so the heads nodded and it looked like they were talking to each other. So like, oh, we're going to make a little video of this. And this was before YouTube. They had to put this on their site. They had to pay for the bandwidth. And they almost went broke because it went viral. And it started a web series called Red versus Blue. And this web series got huge. And so this company, Rooster Teeth, was born. And then after Rooster Teeth got so big and they started working on so many projects, they actually had to kind of split into a little bit. So they had one half of the company, which was Rooster Teeth, that was focusing on the media and the shows and everything. And then they had the Achievement Hunter side of things, focusing on the gaming aspects. This is actually here, an Achievement Hunter logo. I got that tattoo in Texas in 2013 when I went down there to a convention. That the Rooster Teeth was holding. So and
that's here deep in the heart of Texas, y'all. You know.
So this whole company, this whole like media presence online phenomenon started because a bunch of guys that worked in a call center noticed that when they wiggled their joysticks a little bit, the Spartans in multiplayer would nod, and it was looking like they were talking to each other. And it's you have to check this out if you haven't seen it. Like Rooster Teeth like is a huge inspiration, I think. So
that's dope.
That's it. That's my spiel.
Yeah, no, it's cool because I mean that really is akin to what happens when you get so big and you kind of forget to innovate and you kind of forget people, you know, and you become a conglomerate. This is the same thing that happened with Blockbuster because you know in the 90s Blockbuster was it. That was entertainment, and the guys that founded Netflix went in, and oddly enough, it was a Blockbuster in Texas, and he got fined for not rewinding his VHS. And he came up with the concept of, I wonder if I could get this sent to my house, right? So Netflix was born out of some fee issues that Blockbuster had. And look here later, you know, 7 or 8 years later, Blockbuster went away. And I think in some ways, and this might be throwing a grenade on the conversation, in some ways you can be so successful that you can forget people.
That's what Netflix is doing right now.
That's what J.K. Rowling is doing right now.
That's true.
And you can forget that all people, I mean, the world of Harry Potter, it should be one of no judgment. It should be one of no limits. You know, everything is possible, right? So if that's your brand, if that's who you are, if that's what you're about, don't you think you need to
practice what you preach?
Exactly. And I think that's what the problem is. And one of the great things, and now one of the curses, is her books followed her audience from kids to adults. Now, these are the same adults now that are making the decisions on whether or not to let their kids read Harry Potter. You know, and so I think you can be so successful. Sometimes you really need to consider, your mouth.
Touch.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think one of the things about when you speak publicly that people have to understand is that you are not just your brand. You are a living, breathing person. And a lot of kids today, if they don't realize that the person that they're watching isn't necessarily that person that they think they are. And J.K. Rowling is a prime example of that. You know, like D-Ray said, the world is full of possibilities and it's no judgment and all of this other stuff. But in her real life, she doesn't live her life the way her books are written. And people need to understand that.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at Sears. Yeah.
And Sears was a huge conglomerate.
Right? I mean, Sears had been around for 100 years. And for us old heads, Christmas revolved around getting the
Sears catalog.
the Sears
What? The
Christmas
wish
catalog.
book.
The
Before
wish
they
book.
had-
I
before
missed
the
the
Toys R
wish
Us?
book.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
before
Sears.
Toys R Us, before shopping online, and eons before Amazon.
Mhm.
You had
Yeah.
the Sears
The
Christmas wish book. And
Oh.
I don't know a kid in my generation that did not
Yeah,
go and
it was
circle
like
and star.
this big, and there was like the $5 section, the $10 section, the $25 section at the front.
Yeah, right.
I looked forward to that, and you know what? They still kind of send it what they call as a wish book. I got it in the mail one year, and it was like this big. And I'm like, what did you put in my mailbox? What is this?
Y'all have
This is like
That's
diet
not
wish
Sears.
book. Like, what the hell is this?
y'all have Sears up there?
Yeah,
Really?
I'm a kid. I'm
said,
not
"Really?"
on Mars.
No, but I'm just saying, most of them, and I say that because most of the ones here have closed. So
Most of them here have closed now too, but
Wow.
they're still there, and they still do a lot of catalog action. Like, I used to actually work at a Sears store about
wow,
I want to say 8 years ago or so.
Wow.
right.
I worked
Yeah,
in the
there's-
catalog department.
There's a Sears, but it's just hardware like
Yeah,
stoves, refrigerators,
right.
equipment.
Yeah.
But not
And maybe automotive.
exactly. Not like how it used to be.
Yeah, I don't even know where I would go to walk into a Sears, but you know why they went downhill? Because they killed the wish book.
Everybody said I'm out, yo.
I was
out.
a Toys R Us kid, man. I didn't
Oh,
even know Sears had toys.
getting
So-
that catalog from Toys
Yeah.
R Us.
I'm gonna be at Toys R Us this weekend. I'm gonna be going to Toys R Us.
Toys R Us.
Are they back?
Well, some of them, but there's one where I'm going, so I'm gonna be going there.
Wow, that's crazy.
Branding
Going to
TED Talk,
Toys R
yeah. Like
Us.
here it is. Here it is, 8:51. we haven't really talked about what we were gonna talk about. We just kind of did our own thing.
But
We got
I mean,
sidetracked.
but I guess it's really
Again.
important. It's really important, especially for the Glass House. It's really important for people to understand that we believe in being your best self.
Mhm.
Being who you are, and not letting anybody make you ashamed of who you are or what you are, how you identify, how you represent yourself.
Right.
Now we may have a conversation, and I might say, "Hey, I don't understand" or whatever, but that doesn't give me the right to tell you what to do and how to do it. And I think it's a shame that we have to have these conversations, but I think they're very important.
I mean, I feel like as nerds and geeks collectively, all four of us, we have probably dealt with people telling us that we're
Mhm.
losers.
Absolute
stupid.
fact. Right.
Our hobbies were stupid. Our interests were stupid. We were gonna die virgins. We were gonna we have all four
That's
of
a
us. Like, but here we are. We didn't let it, you don't see me going and playing sports ball or pumping out a bunch of kids. Like, my interest is my interest,
Mhm.
and I own it, and I share it with you, and that's why we're here having this podcast. And if we let people poo-poo on us like that and listen to
Facts.
them, would we be friends right now? Would we be talking together?
That's
Probably
Fact.
not.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's fact.
That's,
I mean,
that's Dizzy's moment. That's Dizzy's lesson.
No
of the day.
doubt.
I mean, look, the reality is that people go through things, man. Like,
Mhm.
you go through peer pressure. You
Mhm.
go through people telling you, like Dizzy said, your thing is stupid. I don't like your thing. Whatever your thing is, you could be a comedian. I'm sure Big Los, one of our guys on Rats, had to deal with that when he was coming up as a comedian.
Oh,
Ain't nobody gonna think you're funny, dude. That's stupid. Get a real job. I'm sure you
Wait a
dealt with that a lot.
Right. Wait a minute. Moment of silence for Carlos as he's still suffering from JED, um, joke enhancement drugs. So anyway,
He
I
failed
was like,
the
do I
feature.
ask? Do I ask?
He failed the
Hey,
feature.
he
hey,
failed.
look, you know what it is? I don't know if you've heard him, but Gooch has a Twinkie problem.
I
And,
have heard of this Twinkie problem. It has
Big-
come up
big-
in conversation.
Big Los, I don't know, man. He's suffering from something extremely similar. I mean, it's in the Twinkie aisle, but it's not Twinkies. Different.
Hey, Gooch is legendary.
No doubt.
His Twinkie problem is now international.
I've never met him, but I feel like I know him a little bit through you guys.
Oh yeah. Anytime you see somebody go just like this, you know exactly who Gooch is. I mean,
that is hilarious.
Stone face Gooch.
No, but stone face. No, but I don't know. I feel like I hate that we have to have this conversation of we have to ignore the creator and just look at their content and look at what they created. Because it brings up all kinds of debates and all kinds of problems. Harry Potter is a great storyline. It is a great world that she created. I love watching the movies, and I think I told you guys it's one of the things that I have on when I'm creating, when I'm in my space, that I have a Harry Potter movie that's on continuously, because it has something, it's something about the magic of creation and the magic that I see on Harry Potter that it speaks to me, and I love having it playing when I'm in my zone. And so, yeah, it's just, yeah.
I think it's so awesome that I've like that you are like as into Harry Potter as I am. Like, we're gonna have to have like, I don't know, like a trivia thing or something. Like,
yeah, we need to. But here's the thing. But first of all, you're not gonna embarrass me on this podcast because I know how you are with the trivia on Harry Potter. Yeah, you. And two, I did get into a quick debate today. Well, not necessarily a debate. I think we agreed with each other that Ginny Weasley was not cast well in the movies.
I'm thinking about it.
Because Ginny Weasley was actually supposed to be prettier than Hermione. So, yeah. Let that rattle around.
I never really thought of it. I'm like, okay, ginger girl, check. They got Ginny Weasley.
What if I was to happen to be in a movie? Are you gonna go small black guy? Check. There's bitch.
Check.
If the role required a small black guy, then I would say, yeah, check.
When they eventually make the movie about us, I'll be like, okay, Kevin Hart, check.
Dang.
All right, so we got to talk about Harry Potter a little bit. Like we said we were gonna do a Harry Potter podcast, and like we didn't even talk about.
Okay?
Somebody get D-Ray some oxygen.
I love Glass when Glass is not feeling the joke.
See what I did there?
It's like he took out his lightsaber and was like, zzz, next subject.
All right, so Harry Potter. Which one is your favorite movie in the series?
I'm going to say my favorite movie in the series was Azkaban. I loved that movie.
That was a good
because
one.
it was a lot darker, and it was on the level of Empire Strikes Back as far as this is not necessarily a happy story. Most of the Harry Potter movies had a decent ending or ending you can live with. This was one of those movies you had an ending that you can kind of live with. There was kind of some hope, not if you read the books, but you get the point. But this was a lot darker. It had a lot better of a story, and it was establishing some things. And yeah, I really dug it.
Dizzy, same question.
Half-Blood Prince was a good one because you got to meet some really cool characters. Like you got to meet Sirius Black, and you got to meet Professor Lupin. And you got to find out about Scabbers, and like there's a lot of important stuff that went down in Prisoner of Azkaban. That is a good one. Goblet of Fire is good too. Like the tournament was just so fun to watch.
Goblet of Fire was just so sad to me. It was just like, God. I don't
know. Well, you know what? Like, I forget. Were you Slytherin or were you?
I'm Slytherin. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Like I was never really a fan of Diggory.
Right.
So I mean, I was more heartbroken when his dad started losing it than I was when it actually happened.
Right.
Like, I didn't so much care about like what happened to Cedric, but Amos broke my heart.
Right.
Yes, I know his dad's name.
Yeah. And see, and this is why I will not play trivia with you. Because my answer would be the dude with the hair and the glasses. That dude.
Dude with the hair and the glasses. So yeah, no, like I think that's a solid call. Like Prisoner of Azkaban, like, and you got to meet Sirius, who is probably my favorite character in the whole series, and you don't get to see him much, and it doesn't end well for him.
He was acting his butt off.
Oh my god!
When he was like, I did all my waiting, years of it in Azkaban. That was like Gary Oldman is just like
Gary Oldman is a genius in anything he's in. I mean, look at him in Fifth Element, and then Harry Potter, and then Dracula, and like he is just so good in whatever he is, and he's like as Commissioner Gordon, like
right. And see, we have
I'm
somebody else.
And Gary Oldman, right? Like hearing me, I'm like panting. I'm like, he's just so awesome.
That is a very wide array of characters you just told me he played.
Yeah, and if you look at them, like they are very different, like looking characters. I mean, like if you're not looking for him, can you tell that Sirius Black is that weird bad dude from Fifth Element, like with the plastic on his head and like the half hair?
Right, no doubt. So we have somebody else saying, we have Freaking Knight said Chamber of Secrets. That was pretty good.
Hey, Freaking Knight. I love the Isaac and Guppy avatar. Y'all don't know who that is, but that is from the Binding of Isaac video game.
Is that what that's from?
That is what that's from.
I'm friends with this dude. That's been his like his avatar for years in Discord. I always just thought he doodled it. I didn't know it was from something.
That's hilarious.
And Lena also says Alan Rickman's death scene as Snape is the hardest moment. It is a very, very difficult.
It's hard, but Dobby though.
Okay. Dobby's was hard because it was just sweet, and he's there at the ocean, and it is what it is. But Snape, when you're hearing the snake bite him, and his body is going up against the wall, and you're hearing the thud and all this other stuff.
No. It's when he made Harry look at him as he was dying, so he could see Lily's eyes as he died.
Gosh. And and you're going through his tears. For those who haven't seen it, you really need to see it.
I've got a Snape here. I don't know if you can tell. That's Snape right there.
Right.
He earned a place on my drawer. My dresser. No, shelf. That's the word I'm looking for. It's a shelf. I can't English today.
but like, and the thing that was getting me about when he was having to recall the memories, and it was like a doe is your your
always.
Yeah, that part when the doe was like his what do you call it?
His Patronus,
right? And he was like, a doe was Lily's, Harry Potter's mom's Patronus, and it's like, you still have you still love her, and his only word was always.
I don't think it was his mom's Patronus. I think the reason it was a doe is because James Potter, his was a stag, and James was the stag to Lily's doe, and so Lily was symbolized by a doe in his head.
Right. I guess okay. I got that, but I thought no, you're fine. You're cool. I thought it was also very, very touching when Alan Rickman died, and the tweet was always, and that was just something just like bam.
Wow.
And Alan Rickman is another actor. If you do some research, that he didn't get his first he didn't get his first role until his late 40s, early 50s. And what his first role was? Die Hard.
Oh snap!
Yeah, he played Hans Gruber.
That's right. That was his first role, because before that he was a graphic designer. So you just never know.
Did you see the pictures of the wand salute when Alan Rickman died, when they held the wand salutes?
Yeah. That was a.
It's something when the communities for things that we enjoy can get together and do something special.
Well, it's not just a movie or a book series. Like Harry Potter was a huge chunk of people's lives. Like it was an escape,
right?
And it was like that generation's Star Wars. Like,
but I mean, you think about it. Everything bad that went on in the 90s, this was where kids went, because this was still pre-social media. This was still pre-whatever. If you were either in the video games real heavy or you were in the books real heavy, so
I was broke. I was into books.
I was in the video games.
I went to library.
Oh boy.
I had a library card.
Oh, apparently D-Ray went to the library one too many times, but that's another story.
Shut up, Glass.
Okay.
That's what I have to show.
Oh boy.
Remember what I said about the wheelchair?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are over time here. By the way, my favorite Harry Potter movie was The Sorcerer's Stone, because that's the only one I ever seen start to finish. So there we go.
Wow.
I gotta watch them.
We should have a watch party or something. We gotta educate these two.
We all have.
Please.
We all have. Whatchamacallit? Discord.
I just dropped our Discord for Blast Nation. You guys are welcome to be a part of it.
Guys, listen, if you guys want to be with us, because very soon we are going to be playing games together on the stream. We're currently brainstorming what game we're going to play. Yes, so make sure you guys tune in, because we're going to be kind of letting you guys know what game we're going to play through the Discord. All right,
that
so
hour is
party action over there.
That quick.
Sign up to the Discord, man. And hey, you can also look forward to talking to us sometimes outside of just normal hours on the show. So there you go. Join the Discord, y'all.
Hey, that show might need to be 2 hours or maybe 3. I don't think we're going to be able to just do that in an hour.
Yeah, we got to do Star Wars too, man.
Yeah, we had to go overtime just to get around to our topic today. Like, I don't think there's ever been 4 people who like to talk and get as off topic as we do.
You know what it is?
We really enjoy each other's company when we
get
it.
We do. It's
that we just
genuine.
start to talking because we're all friends. And that's what this show is about, really, is just 4 friends kicking it and talking.
That's absolutely dope.
And hopefully you guys enjoy
my
that.
best friend.
What
Yo,
the hell?
did you see the seriousness of D-Ray's face?
Hey, look, that was the producer side. It was like, what are you doing? You're not in the right key.
What was that?
That's all right. It's recorded. I'll go back with that.
Look, that was a little bit of that killer whale. But
I want
wrong
that
key. What are you doing?
I want that as a soundbite so that I can make that my tone for every time our chat goes off on my phone. Every time it goes ping with that Facebook group, that's what I want. You
Oh God.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am gonna do something that I hate doing every Tuesday, and that's signing off, man. Yeah. I wish you guys a beautiful week until I see you guys on Rats, and then back to here next Tuesday. Unfortunately, our time is up for today. If you guys want to hear more talk about Harry Potter, Star Wars, gaming, make sure you tune in next week, because who the heck knows what we're going to talk about?
We don't even know.
We don't even know.
We don't even know what's going on here.
We came in here with like an agenda, and it was just like,
oh yeah, like I did more talking on this podcast than I think I've done in any of the other podcasts, and my result for today was not to talk that much and to let Em and Dizzy do, or Em and D-Ray do their thing today. Didn't happen.
Dizzy.
Well,
it happens.
I mean, it is your show, but
I mean, I guess, but I was supposed to be a passenger in the car, and I wound up driving.
Well, you know what? It was a good conversation. I'm glad we had it.
Facts.
Absolutely.
Hopefully, everybody else enjoyed it. GG, my G's. We'll catch you on the next one.
GG, my G's.
We'll see y'all.
What are we?
What the?
Any second now.
What are you doing? Get the game.
I'm going out.
Yo, this is Mr. Glass, and welcome to the GLASSHouse.